I don't know how to stand still. For the past 9 months, I stopped showing up here. Not because I ran out of things to say, not because I don't know what to film or I lacked ideas, but because life was getting louder and a lot of things was happening behind the scenes, and I needed the time to go into a hot. I needed to reevaluate, I needed to plan and to build and to find myself again. I became a mother. My child has been such a blessing. Looking at her, the changes she has brought to my life, I feel like if I had met her earlier, my life would have had a very different turn because, like, she's just such a blessing and I'm grateful for her. But, in as much as she is a blessing, motherhood is a lot and it takes a lot, and it changes everything about a person. At least it changed a lot of things about me, my body, my confidence. It changed the way I see the world and my world view. Like, it just changed a whole lot about me, and because of that, I didn't know how to proceed. And to add to that, my daughter wasn't sleeping, so her sleeping pattern was, of course, affecting my own sleep pattern, and everything just felt somehow to me at the time. I couldn't operate, I couldn't function like a normal person would because of that. And I realized that I have been operating from a place of fear. I've been operating this channel from a place of fear. I've been putting out content from a place of fear, and I was now a mother, and that fear was still there. And this fear is multi-dimensional. I'm going to talk about each of the fears I've had. First, I've when I started this channel with the mindset of align or trying to reach out and relate with people that are like-minded, that have the same interests, same demographics, people that relate and understood the things I was saying. I wanted this channel to be a means of creative expression of the thoughts in my head, of the way I think and the way I see life. And if along the line there are people that connect with me, they would be my community, my own people. That was what I wanted. I remember when I started this channel, in my head, I told myself that I wanted this channel to be something that in time to come, if I'd passed on, my children and the people around would say, yes, she did leave her mark in this life. She did live and truly live from the things you're going to see on my channel. I remember that thought was what was in my head in the year 2022 when I started this channel. But along the line, I fell into that trap of aesthetics. I was trying to wait until I find the aesthetics that I didn't even have. I don't have an aesthetics. I don't think I'm an aesthetic person just yet. I I'm I've always been the person that builds in public. I don't know how to build in private. I've always built in public, and I wanted to now start building in private. It was just from a place of fear. I wanted to put out content that I thought people wanted to see, and not content that really showcase what I wanted to showcase or the authenticity that I wanted to put in display. I was so scared of what people would say, how people would judge me, what people would think, and that fear kind of metamorphosed to being a mother, to being a wife. I was scared of bringing people into my home, the judgments I'll get from people about what goes on in my home, about the way I live my life. What would people say? How would people judge me? Like, I've just operated from that place of fear and judgment. And taking this time off has really given me the time to evaluate and think. And and I've decided to just be my authentic self. This channel has not even been monetized. There's still time for me to be my authentic self, film from the place I want to film, and show my life the way I want to show. And if there are people that connect with that, fine. If people don't connect with it, and at some point I feel like I can't go on because, okay, I'm not making money out of this and I'm just tired or anything, it is also fine. But I owe it to myself to be my authentic self and not operate from the place of fear of what people will say, because people will definitely have something to say. And I love my husband so much. Like, I love him a lot, and I didn't want anything that I'll put out there to be tools in other people's hands to destroy what we're building. I don't know if that makes sense. What I mean is, I didn't want the content I was going to put out to be things that would bring people telling him this or telling him that, or advising him this or advising him that, or advising me to this effect or that effect, and then, ruining the peace and harmony that we have in my home. So I didn't want that to happen. And as a result, I think I just shut down and I told myself that this contenting has to stop and has to wait, even though my husband has always been super supportive of me. And the other fear that I had was for my child. I'm raising her without help. And when I mean without help, my husband is here, but we don't have external help. We don't have family members close by that are helping us. We don't have house help or nanny. We are doing everything ourselves. And because of that, my husband goes out to work. I work from home, I work remotely. So I'm always with my daughter. And I was operating from a place of fear that I don't want to put her face online. Like, it was just something I really battled with. And I remember speaking to a lot of people about it and telling them how I wasn't certain if I wanted to show her face online. Like, I think I should just leave it when she grows up and she thinks it's something she wants to do, fine. I wasn't certain, but then because I always spent time with her and I didn't want to show off her face, I didn't know how to proceed about it. My husband said, whatever I felt best, he supports me. And I just spoke to a couple of people, strangers, mothers, other people who create content just to see. And everybody kept saying, pray about it. Whatever your conviction is after praying, take that as God's plan and work with it. So these were the two major fears, or I think these are now three, because being my authentic self, not allowing what I will put out there to be the cause of problems in my marriage or in my home, and then my daughter. The final fear that I had that made me stop creating content was the fear that, you know, what if I put in all the effort and it does not yield anything? There is no monetization, people don't relate, I'm not going viral, all those things. And it just brings me back to the fact that, like, I just felt like that was not me. That has never been me. I didn't do what I did for external validation. Like, I didn't create this channel for external validation. I wanted to create just a small community of people that had the same ideas, the same interest, and the same passion. And to think that I had gone from that to thinking, what if this channel is never monetized? All those sort of thoughts. I needed to take that step back and understand why I was doing what I was doing. And that led me to finding myself again. Taking that time off and working, taking care of my family, I just realized that I felt like something was missing. No, like I said, I created this channel as a means of creative expression when I created it. And I just find there are thoughts in my head, and the more I'm letting go of thoughts in my head, the more I'm coming up with something new. The more I feel I don't know how to stand still. I can be standing still in all areas, but I want to feel like I'm moving. If I said it does not just make sense, but let me explain. I'm the kind of person that I, even if I have not achieved what I want to achieve, I like to feel like I'm working towards it, and I like to do things that is working towards what I feel is my end goal. And if I'm not working towards it, I don't like it. I don't like it. It just makes me feel stagnant. And so without creating content, I felt like I wasn't working towards my end goal. It just did not make sense to me. And so I felt like I missed it. That was what changed. I genuinely began missing YouTube. I genuinely began missing creating content. I genuinely began missing talking to my camera like this. Like, I just missed it. And then I went back to my faith. I went back to my Bible. I wanted to know what God has to say. And I remember there was this particular verse that struck out to me. Yeah, I found the Bible verse. It's Proverbs 29 verse 25. It says, "It is dangerous to be concerned with what others think of you, but if you trust the Lord, you are safe." This particular Bible verse right here was, when I found it, I just told myself that I had to come back on YouTube, and I had to come back differently this time around. And yeah, here I am. Apart from that, something else that changed was I started working on myself. Like I said, one of the things motherhood took for me was my confidence, because my belly was just, I've always had a big tummy, but my tummy was just so out. I felt heavy, and I felt, my confidence was just at an all time low. But after losing 22 kg, yes, you heard that right. After losing 22 kg, I feel like I'm back to my old self, and I'm better than my old self. I'm not back to my old self, I've progressed. So my confidence level is really high right now. And my mindset, there has been a mindset shift going on inside of me. And that mindset has been asking me ever since I did not become my authentic self. I've been hiding my environment, hiding things, trying not to show up the way I really want to, because I'm thinking of what people would say. How has it helped me? And it hasn't helped me. So I decided that, you know what, since trying to do what I think people want me to do has not helped me, it is time for me to actually do what I want to do, show up the way I want to show up, and hope that doing that connects me to people that are like-minded, and people of that share the same values and the same interests with me. And feel free, people that want to judge, they should feel free to judge, they should feel free to talk. If easy, go do your own. If easy, start your YouTube channel and show me. I'm waiting. So yeah, that's just me being savage. But those were the thoughts in my head. There's been a mindset shift, and I'm grateful for that mindset shift. I now have a child. I want to show the highs and the lows, and I want to inspire my child, inspire as much people I can inspire to live their lives authentically. There were so many things in my life that I should have shown, but I didn't show it, and it's past. It's never going to happen. But I feel like I've had so many experiences in my life that I could have shown, that could have motivated someone else, but I didn't. For instance, when I got a job in somewhere else that was different from my parents and my family were staying, and I had nobody there and I knew nobody there, and I got the job among all the older men and women that came, and I had to move. I was battling with what comes with change, and I was glad I had a beautiful experience there. I learned a lot. I built my confidence there. These are things that I should have shown. These are things that somebody might be able to relate to, but I was just like, oh, it's not aesthetic enough. Can you imagine? Yeah, this channel is now going to be about me living my life authentically, unapologetically, and showing up in that way. I am not someone that has built my life. I am someone that is in the process of becoming. I am somebody that is building. I am someone that is working to become a better version of myself. And yeah, it is fine for you guys to come along and this journey of life with me as I build, as I mold my life into becoming what I want it to be, and not necessarily wait until it is that finished product. Yeah, so this channel is going to be authentic. It's going to be authentic. It's going to be about me. It's going to be about motherhood, lifestyle, advices, you know, and just sharing my opinion on things. So yeah, that's what this channel is going to be about. And if you are still here after 9 months, after 20, how many years of inconsistency, I am so grateful. I don't know what I would do without you. It is that your view that sometimes makes me feel like, oh, I have somebody I should talk to, right? And I'm really grateful that you are here. I am so grateful, because it's not even easy. Who am I? Thank you. I'm really grateful. And I hope that as I show up here as my authentic self, that person is someone you can relate to, someone you can love, someone you can support as the years goes by. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you. This is like 3 a.m. in the morning and I haven't slept, so I need to go sleep. I just had to share this because, yeah, we are back. We are back. Happy new month, guys.